Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to do another game from the Yastrzemski career replay. This is going to be game number 30 of his career. The Red Sox currently have a 2-game winning streak and are 1 game ahead of their schedule. They were 12-17 at this point, and they are 13-16. They did win today, so if they can get another win today, it'd be 3 in a row, and they continue to hold the 1-game lead ahead of their pace. So on the mound for the Red Sox is going to be Billy Muffet. And again, for the Detroit Tigers, it's going to be Don Mossy. Currently, the Red Sox are 2-1 versus the Tigers this season. So the lineup for the visiting Detroit Tigers here at Fenway Park is going to be Jake Wood. Actually, let's look at Billy Muffet's record first. Muffet is 2-1 on the season with 1 save, 3.56 earned run average, 30 innings pitched, 32 hits allowed, 12 strikeouts, and 7 walks. He was 3-11 on the actual season, so he's already got 2 out of those 3 wins. So hopefully he can better that record. So batting first for the Detroit Tigers is Jake Wood, the second baseman. Bill Bruton, the center fielder, hits second. Kaline, the right fielder, will bat third. Rocky Colavito, the left fielder, hits fourth. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Norm Cash. Steve Burrows is your third baseman, hitting sixth. Dick Brown, behind the plate, hits seventh. Chico Fernandez, the shortstop, will bat eighth. And Don Mossy on the mound will hit ninth. So behind Muffet for the Red Sox is going to be Kyle Yastrzemski, the rookie Kyle Yastrzemski in left field. Why do I always forget his name? Hardy. Carroll Hardy, the center fielder, will be the center fielder, and Jackie Jensen, the right fielder. Yastrzemski and Hardy average range, or average defense, and Jackie Jensen above average, and very short-handed in right field. Yastrzemski and Jensen both above average arms. Hardy average arm in center. In the infield, it's going to be Melzone, Budden, Schilling, and Runnels. Schilling the most short-handed of the 4. All the three rest of them are average defensively. Schilling and Runnels the most short-handed on the right side of the infield. Behind the plate is Jim Pagliarone, above average range, but extremely error-prone with a 20 rating, about as bad as you can get, and below average arm. On the hill, Muffet is average with very short-handed. So that's your defense behind Muffet for the Red Sox. Jake Wood steps to the plate. He hit 258 on the season with 11 homers and 69 runs batted in. So here's the windup and the pitch by Muffet. And that's going to be a foul ball. And that'll be a ground ball to Melzone at third over to Runnels for out number 1. And that's how we'll begin. Next up, Bill Bruton, hitting .416 against the Red Sox in 12 at-bats in 3 games. Hit .257 on the season with 17 homers and 63 runs batted in. And possible error on a throw if there is one. And yeah, it's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Muffet should handle this. Well, we'll handle this one as he does not commit any errors. So the very short-handed Muffet throws out Bruton for out number 2. Next up will be Kaline, the right fielder. Kaline comes in hitting .273 against the Red Sox with an RBI. For the season, he hit .324 with 19 homers and 82 runs batted in. And he does not strike out, as Kaline does not strike out that often. But he will get a base hit. So Detroit gets their first hit of the game. 2-out single by Kaline. Next up is the power-hitting Rocky Colavito. He's hitting .364 against the Red Sox with an RBI so far. .290 hitter on the season with 45 homers and 140 runs batted in. So had an extremely good season in 1961. Here's the pitch. Voids the strikeout. And that's going to be a ground ball to middle zone for out number 3. So through 1/2, it's Detroit nothing and Boston coming up. So Don Mossy on the hill for the Tigers. Mossy making his first start against the Red Sox this year. Had a 15-7 record in the season with 1 save, 2.96 earned run average, 240 innings pitched, 237 hits allowed, 137 strikeouts, and 44 walks. So the lineup for the Red Sox is as follows. Chuck Schilling, the second baseman, will hit first, followed by Carroll Hardy, the center fielder. The rookie struggling Kai Yastrzemski will hit third. Jackie Jensen, the right fielder, bats cleanup. Jim Pagliaroti behind the plate hits 5th. Frank Mozone, the third baseman, will hit 6th. Pete Reynolds is your first baseman, hitting 7th. Don Budden, the shortstop, will hit 8th. And Billy Muffet on the mound hits 9th. So the defense behind Mossy is going to be Colavito on left, Bruton in right, Bruton in center, Kaline in right. Bruton and Kaline excellent defensively. Colavito above average defensively. So overall, an extremely good outfield for the Tigers. Lots of range and very sure-handed, as they will not commit many errors at all. The highest rating being Colavito with a 6, which is still very good. In the infield, it's going to be Burroughs, Fernandez, Wood, and Cash. Not so great defensively in the infield, but average everybody except for Burroughs at third, who is below average. They will commit a few errors on occasion, but overall Cash is the best error-wise at first, with Fernandez, as you would expect, the shortstop, who will commit the most errors at shortstop. Behind the plate is Brown. Ollie Brown. I believe it's Ollie Brown, is it? No, Dick Brown, sorry. Dick Brown, average defensively, will commit a fair share of errors behind the plate, but does have an extremely good arm at a -3. So Red Sox are not going to run too often against him unless the situation dictates. Mossy on the hill, average range, and very short-handed with a 3 rating. So Schilling steps up to the plate. He's hitting .248 on the season with actually 7 runs batted in, as we forgot to flag one in one of the games. 13 runs scored and a stolen base. So he's had quite a few RBIs in the last couple of games. For a while, he was stuck at like 1 RBI. So Mossy looks in for the sign from Brown. Here's the windup and the pitch to Schilling. And that's going to be a ground ball to third. Burroughs up with it over to Cash. And that's how the Red Sox will begin out number 1. Carroll Hardy up now. He's hitting .271 on the season with 2 homers and 9 runs batted in. 3-5, and that's going to be error on the ground. Possibility. So let's see, it's Burroughs. So 1-8 on the blue die will be an error. Otherwise, he'll handle it. And it's a 9 rating, so he juggles it a little bit, but is able to get it over to Cash for out number 2. The rookie Kaline Yastrzemski up now. It's been a struggle for him so far, hitting just .181 on the season with 3 homers and 13 runs batted in. Yastrzemski was 2 for 5 in this game to up his average to .245 by the end of this game. So he is struggling, even compared to his actual average. See what he can do in his first at-bat against Mossy. 1-5. Ooh, possible error on a throw here. And it's going to be handled by the second baseman. And it will be an error on Wood as he throws it away. So Yastrzemski will be at second on a 2-base error. So it does not help his average, but at least he gets on base. So a 2-out base runner for the Red Sox. See if they can take advantage of the error here. Jackie Jensen, part of the reason why the Red Sox are a game above their actual record, comes in hitting .382 with 3 homers and 18 runs batted in, well over 100 points above his actual average. Let's see if he can continue his hot hitting here. that's going to be a ground ball to third. And that'll do it for the Red Sox in the first. So after 1 full, no score. Billy Muffet back on the hill for the Red Sox. He'll face Cash, Burrows, and Brown. Cash hit .361 in 61 with 41 homers and 132 runs batted. Another monster season for the Tigers. Oh, he's a lefty, so this could be a home run. And oh yes, he's automatic with that thing as he gets a 19 on the die roll, but he's a 20, so Norm Cash will hit this one out of the park and put the Tigers in the lead. So Cash with his first home run against the Red Sox this season puts the Tigers on top 1-0. So that'll bring up Steve Burrows. Burrows hitting .333 against the Red Sox so far in 3 games with 2 runs batted in. .270 hitter on the season with 5 homers and 62 runs batted in. Oh, could they go back-to-back possibly? No. Burrows not much of a home run hitter, but he does give this one a ride. Actually, but it's going to go foul. Next pitch will be a liner to Melzone. Oh, hold on. Maybe it won't be. Let's see here. Gotta roll that one. 6-1. Actually, it will be a deep fly to Jensen, who makes a catch on the warning track. So 1 down now in the Tigers' second. 1 run already in on the home run by Norm Cash. Dick Brown up now, 300 hitter against the Red Sox so far with 2 runs batted in. .266 on the actual season with 16 homers and 45 runs batted in. .21. And that's going to be a base hit. So Brown on with a single. And it looks like Chico Fernandez up now. .248 hitter for the season with 3 homers and 40 runs batted in. They're going to go with a hit and run here. He does not get hit by the pitch, but fights one off. And if that's going to be a ground ball to short, they go to second for 1. But the return throw is not in time. So Fernandez will reach on the fielder's choice. So 2 up, 2 down now in the top of the second. Brings up the pitcher, Don Mossy. Mossy, not a bad hitting pitcher at 165 with a homer and 8 runs batted in 61. Also scored 8 runs. So he can handle the bat. And he'll draw the walk. Also has a good eye. So Mossy is on. We bring up the top of the order, Jake Wood. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base hit. No error on Melzone. So that will load the bases with 2 down. Pagaroni goes out to visit Muffet, trying to keep it a 1-run game here. Bill Bruton up now. 0 for 1 today. Here's the kick and delivery by Muffet. Oh, this could be dangerous, and it is a triple for Bruton. That will clear the bases. So a bases clearing triple for Bruton puts the Tigers up 4-0. Ouch. So the Red Sox in an early hole here. 4 runs in. And that'll bring up Al Kaline. And he'll draw the walk. As Pinky Higgins goes out to visit Muffet on the hill, as he's in some early trouble here. Already 4 runs in. Had a chance to get out of it, but could not, as Bruton gets himself a 3-run triple. And another one, back-to-back walks here. So things not looking good for Muffet. Brings up Norm Cash. He started this inning with a home run. And he'll walk. So 3 walks in a row, loads the bases again. So definitely somebody up throwing in the Red Sox pen. We can't see exactly who it is yet. When we do, we'll let you know. And that'll be a base hit. So that's going to bring home 1 run, 2 runs here. And both runners will advance on the throw. So 7 runs in after they could have held it to just 1, but are unable to get that final out. And that is going to be it for Muffet. Hillman would come in the actual game, but not until the 6th or 7th inning here. So a little bit different situation here. Let's see who the Red Sox have warming up and go long range here. Yeah, I guess Tracy Stallard is our best bet here for some innings. So that is going to be it for Muffet, as he cannot get through the 2nd. Had a chance to get through it with just 1 run, but there's allowed the base hit and then reloaded the bases. And then Bob Burrows came in and hit himself a double, or a single, advancing the 2nd on the throw. A 2-run single. So it's now 7-0 as Dick Brown, as the Tigers have batted around. Dick Brown 1 for 1. Tracy Stallard on the hill. He comes in with a 4.41 earned run average, 0-2 record, 14 in the 3rd innings pitch, 11 hits allowed, 11 walks, and 10 strikeouts. Six, and that is going to be a fly ball to center. Hardy's there. And, oh my goodness, and the bleeding continues as Hardy commits the error. And that's going to be a 2-base error, and both runs will come home. No RBIs on the plate, and it's 9-0 now. So the Red Sox defense now falls apart. And it's 9-0. And, ooh, possible wild pitch by Stallard. And it's a pass ball by Pagliarone. No, they're going to call it a foul ball, as Pagliarone is able to smother it. Range play here. And that's going to be a base hit, as it gets by Yastrzemski. Brown's going to come in to score. So the bleeding continues as Chico Fernandez comes through with a 2 RBI single. Don Mossi up now. He walked and scored this inning. Oh my goodness. Don Mossi, the pitcher, now comes in and hits a 2-run shot. Told you he had some power. And it's now 12-0. So 11 runs scored after 2 out. The Red Sox just unable to get that final out. This one is over before it began. And finally, though, Jake Wood, who's 1 for 2 of the runs scored, flies out to Hardy to end the inning. My goodness. I believe that's 5 unearned runs here, but let's check this out here. Man, this is going to take a while to go through. So they had a chance to get out of it, but unbelievable. All right, so homered, blah, 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 blah here. So they had a chance, right? Right here, the base is loaded here to get Bruton. If they would have got Bruton, this would have been a 1-run game, but instead, Bruton triples, scoring 3 runs. Then he walks the bases loaded to Kaline and Colavito. And then, wait a second. No, he walks, he has 3 more walks. Kaline, Colavito, and Cash to force in a run there. Forcing Bruton. And then when the base is loaded, Steve Burrows singles, scoring 2 runs. Stallard comes in. Okay, Brown safe on an error by the center fielder Hardy. So all these runs now are going to be unearned. So count 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 unearned runs right there. And that is correct. Ouch. So thankfully Stallard does not get any of those runs charged to him. Although they still count on the scoreboard as it's 12-0 as we hit to the bottom of the second. So the Red Sox are going to have to start chipping away here. They're going to have any chance here against the Tigers. So Mossy now with a commanding 12-0 lead. Pagliarone up now. Pagliarone hitting .286 on the season with 5 homers and 16 runs batted in. And he'll walk. So that'll bring up Frank Malzone. Frank Malzone also having a monster season so far. Part of the reason why the Red Sox are 1 game ahead of their pace. .381 average with 5 homers and 19 runs batted in. The Red Sox have some work to do as they actually did win this game. So if they want to remain ahead of their schedule, ahead of their record, then they'll have to tack on some runs. And they are actually able to do that. They have not come back necessarily, but they've scored 15, 20 runs on a few occasions. So they can, it is possible. Probable, probably not, but it is possible. So he flies out to center. Malzone is retired. Pete Runnels up now. He's having a decent season, close to his actual numbers, hitting .310, but showing early power as he already has 3 home runs and just 71 at bats, and where he hit 3 home runs and 360 at bats. So let's see what he can do here against Mossy. Possible error. No error, and Colavito is able to come up with it. So 2 down now in the Red Sox second. Brings up Don Budden, Bootin Budden. Budden's hitting .350 with 8 runs batted in, 7 runs scored. So he's having a decent season so far. At the plate. Avoids the strikeout there. And he'll ground out to third for out number 3. So the Red Sox go in order in the second, and after 2, it's 12-0 Detroit. Stallard back on the hill. He'll face Bruton, Kaline, and Colavito. Bruton 1 for 2 with a triple, or the bases clearing triple. And this time Stallard gets him, strikes him out for out number 1. Kaline walked and scored, also has a single as the Tigers batted around the last inning. And he'll ground him back to the pitcher for out number 2. Colavito up now. And it's going to be a range play. 3-5. Ooh, and that's ooh, this could be a home run here. And it is. So Rocky Colavito gets in on the action and hits a solo home run here. To put the increase the Tiger lead now 13-0. So fans here at Fenway very quiet. Noam Cash up now, who homered his first time up. Also had, I believe, bases loaded walk to score a run. So he's got 2 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. And it's likely to be Stallard's last batter here. Hopefully he can get through the inning. And he cannot. So that is going to be it for Stallard. As Stallard cannot get through the top of the third. Let's see who they're going to bring in now. Arnold Early? Let's see here. No. Let's bring in a guy who can muff up some innings here. I think we might bring in Dave Hillman. Let's bring in Dave Hillman. He's got a 10 and 4 here. So hopefully he can eat up some innings here. He did actually pitch 2, I think a little over 2 innings in the actual game. So Hillman not having a great season so far. 1-0 record with 1 save, 6.77 earned run average. 13 and 3 innings pitched, 20 hits allowed, 4 walks, and 5 strikeouts. And he strikes out Boros, who had been 1 for 2 with 2 runs batted in. Next up, Dave Hillman, the pitcher. Actually, no, Hillman is for the Red Sox here. So that's going to end the inning, man. So already, I think we got to leave Hillman in to hit here, as he just came in. Down by this much, we did worry about not hurting our bullpen here, so we got to try to have Hillman eat up some innings. So let's just see what his average is. So we did have 61 at bats, so we got to give him some at bats. So here's one of them. He had 11 runs scored and 2 runs batted in, although despite his low average. So yeah, so back in the 1960s, you know, they did allow the pitcher, even the relief pitchers, to hit. So we got to take that into consideration. And you know, they didn't do it today, or as if they had a pinch hitter every time the pitcher came up, and they were behind. So sometimes the pitchers had the bat for themselves. So 2-4. So he'll draw the walk. So Hillman reaches on the walk. That'll bring up top of the order Schilling 0 for 1. Red Sox need to start chipping away now. Schilling does not strike out. Very good eye. And gets a base hit. So I'll put runners on first and second with nobody out. For Carroll Hardy 0 for 1. And ooh, almost got the single there. And let's see here. No, he does not advance. Hillman, not very good speed. Especially down by 13. He will stay there. So 1 down now as Hardy flies out. Yastrzemski up now 0 for 1. Did reach on an error. 2-base error. See what he can do here. Oh, 2-1. So that'll be off Yastrzemski's card. And he will fly out to Colavito on left for out number 2. So Yastrzemski unable to get the Red Sox on the board. Brings up Jackie Jensen 0 for 1. See what he can do. Does not strike out. 5-4. But he will fly out to Colavito to end the inning. So the Red Sox still cannot get on the board after 3, and it remains 13-0 Detroit. Hillman back on the hill for his second inning of work. He'll face Brown, Fernandez, and Mossy, the bottom third of the order for the Tigers. Brown is 1 for 2 with a run scored. And he'll fly out to Hardy in center for out number 1. That'll bring up Chico Fernandez now. He's 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Looking like almost every Detroit hitter has got at least a hit, including the pitcher. And he'll ground out to the short for out number 2. Don Mossy up now, 1 for 1. Also walked. Hit a home run. 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs. So player of the he's going to fly out to left. So far, our player of the game is Don Mossy, as he's done it both offensively and on the mound. Pagarni up now. He walked his first time up. And he's going to get a base hit. So Pagarni gets the second Red Sox hit of the day. Brings up Frank Malzone now 0 for 1. And he'll fly out. Pete Reynolds 0 for 1 today. And, oh, no, too high of a roll there. 1-5 would have been a home run on the pitcher's blue die, but D20, but it does not work out. But he will. He'll ground out. Ground out back to the pitcher. See if they can turn 2. They get the lead runner, but return throw is not in time, as he does not even throw it. So Reynolds reaches on the fielder's choice. Now 2 outs for Don Budden, who's 0 for 1. And he'll fly out to Kaline to end the inning. So after 4 full, it remains 13-0 Tigers. Hillman back out there again. Jake Wood up first. Jake Wood is 1 for 3 with a run scored. And he gets his second hit of the day. Single. Bill Bruton up now. He had a 3-run triple back in the second inning. And he'll get his second hit of the day. Oh, no, he won't actually, as Jensen robs him. So a nice running catch by Jensen for out number 1. Wood gets back to first. Rings a bell. Kaline, he's 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And he'll ground out the Schilling. Actually, Budden, sorry. Budden, his only play is to first. He gets the shore out there as Wood advances in the scoring position. So to bring up Rocky Colavito. He's 1 for 2 with a homer. Also walked once, 2 runs scored and an RBI. And he flies out to Yastrzemski and left for out number 3. So halfway through, it's Detroit shutting out the Red Sox. Big, 13-0. And we'll let Hillman hit again. Hillman walked his first time up. This time he strikes out. So 1 down in the Red Sox 5th. Brings up Chuck Schilling, 1 for 2. And he grounds out to short for out number 2. Carroll Hardy, hitless on the day. Strikes out to end the inning. So ahead to the 6th. Still 13-0 Detroit. Noam Cash, 1 for 1 with a homer and 2 walks. 2 runs batted in and 2 runs scored. Oh, no. 2-4. There you go. He'll draw a walk for a 3rd time today. So Cash reaches. Steve Boros, 1 for 3 with 2 runs batted in, 1 run scored. And he'll ground one back to the pitcher, who takes the shore out at first as Cash moves into second. So 1 down and runner in scoring position for Dick Brown, 1 for 3 with a run scored. All right, 1 down now for Dick Brown. Dick Brown's 1 for 3 with a run scored. 5-3. And that is going to be, no, he does not walk. And that will be a single. So Dick Brown gets an RBI single. Detroit's lead now increases to 14-0, and that's going to be it for Dave Hillman. He is knocked from the game. Pinky Higgins comes and knocks and takes him out. See what the next Red Sox victim is. Chet Nichols. Even though he is a lefty, we'll bring him in. Actually, we could bring in Gene Conley. He only had 3 games, though. Chet Nichols had 24 games, so we'll bring him in. He'll face Chico Fernandez with a 1 down and a runner on first. Nichols comes in with a 2.25 earned run average, 1-2 record. 12 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 6 strikeouts, and 6 walks. And he'll fly out to center. And Hardy makes the catch for out number 1. Don Massey up now. He's having a fine day at the plate also. 1 for 2 with a homer, a walk, 2 runs scored, and 2 runs batted in. And he'll line out to short to end the inning. So after 5.5, it's Detroit now 14 and Boston nada. So Yastrzemski up now. He's 0 for 2. Mossie's still going strong. And Yastrzemski gets a base hit. His first hit of the day. Now 1 for 3. So Yastrzemski on the leadoff single here in the bottom of the 6th. Jackie Jensen 0 for 2. And he'll fly out to Colavito for out number 1. Red Sox have had base runners. They just haven't been able to do anything with them. Not many, but a few. They've had at least 5 base runners with 3 hits and 2 walks. But I'm unable to do anything. Unable to string them a couple hits or hit and a walk. A couple hits and a walk, or a couple walks and a hit. Unable to string anything together, though. Pagaroni up now. He's 1 for 1 with a walk. He's had about the best day of any Red Sox hitter today. On base twice. And no wild pitch or pass ball there. And that is going to be a base hit for Pagaroni, his second hit of the day. So Yastrzemski will stop at second. So runners on first and second with 1 down. So the Red Sox have a little something cooking here. Frank Malzone hitless on the day. See if he can knock in some runs here. And he'll walk. So that's going to load the bases with 1 out. Pete Reynolds up now 0 for 2. And he's going to go around on. They're going to try the double play home to first. Yeah. So let's see here. Oh, they're unable to get. The only play of the batter is at first. So Mossi gets it. But goes for the sure out as Yastrzemski comes in to score. Pagaroni the third and Malzone to second. The Red Sox on the board finally. 14-1 now. Still a lot of work to do to make this even a game. Don Budden up now. Budden 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll get a base hit. So that's going to drive in too. It's a 2-run single for Budden. It's 14-3 now. And now I think we are going to... Let's see what kind of a hitter Chet Nichols is. Yeah, we'll get rid of him. So give ourselves a sporting chance here. So we're going to bring in Rip Rapalski, our best pinch hitter here. Rapalski would get an at-bat and a single in the game. So Rip comes in 4 for 10 so far in the season with a run scored. 280 hitter on the actual season. And looks like they messed up here to show the Red Sox defense here. And Rapalski strikes out to end the inning. Let's see who the Red Sox going to bring in now. Ted Wills will come in now. Well, he pitched 20 innings, so I'm not going to bring him in now. Let's bring in Galen Cisco. Not really a situation for him, but... Or should we bring in somebody else? Let's see. Yeah, we'll bring in Ted Wills. He had 17 appearances. Let's bring in Ted Wills. Don't want to overuse Cisco. And he wasn't usually brought in these type of situations, so... Try to keep as accurate as we can. Then Jake Wood up now, 2 for 4, the run scored. Leads it off for the Tigers here in the top of the 7th. Not too many fans left here at Fenway Park, as most of them have started to bail. Oh, was that a... I can't remember what that was. Anyway. So 1 down now for Bill Bruton. 1 for 4 with a bases clearing triple. And he'll get a base hit. Yeah, Mr. Brody is saying Red Sox fans have bailed on them. So he'll fly out to Jensen and right. Out number 2. Rocky Colavito 1-3 with a homer and 2 runs scored. And he'll fly out to left for out number 3. So 7th inning stretch time here at Fenway Park. Take me out to the ball game. We're not going to sing it today. So the Red Sox are at the top of the order here in the bottom of the 7th. Schilling, Hardy, and Yastrzemski. If anybody gets on Jensen. Red Sox trail by 11. Oh, and Don Mossy. We're going to get rid of Don Mossy, so hold on here. So we're going to take out Mossy here. And we're going to bring in Terry Fox. He pitched an inning in 2/3. Or should we bring in Aguirre? No, we don't want to bring in their closer. Oh, yeah, Fox is more the closer. Although Fox came in first, so we'll bring in Fox to get some work here. So 4-2. And no error as Fernandez is able to handle it for out number 1. Carroll Hardy up now. He's 0 for 3 with a strikeout. And he flies out to center for out number 2. Yastrzemski 1 for 3, got a base hit his last time up, came around the score. First Red Sox run. And he'll ground out to second to end the inning. So we'll head to the top of the 8th. Let's get some defensive replacements for the Red Sox, down by 11 here. Well, not defensive, but let's give some guys some we don't normally give playing time some playing time. See if we have a center fielder in here we can bring in. Let's bring in Gary Geiger. He gets a lot of playing time, so let's see here. Let's not bring in him then. We'll bring in Russ Nixon. He did get a at bat in this game, so we'll bring him in for Pagliaroni. We don't want to bring him in as a pinch hitter, though. We don't want to bring him in as a third baseman. So why won't they let us bring him in as a third baseman? That's the story. Is it Russ? That's right. Okay, that's what we got to do. There we go. Got to hit the position there. Not down here. Let's see. Who else could we bring in here? Let's see. Which one of these guys can we give some at-bats? Let's find somebody who's a weak hitter just to... Like the luck. That's not a pitcher. Billy Harrell? He didn't get a lot of at-bats, though. Let's bring in... No, these are pitchers. Suppose we could have bring in Billy Harrell for Malzone. Let's bring in Billy Harrell for Don Budden. Now we'll bring in Billy Harrell for Don Budden. I mean, for Pete Reynolds. There we go. Alright, some substitutions here. No. Do we want to do this? No. Alrighty, so Harrell at first now, and Nixon behind the plate. Norman Cash lead it off. He's 1 for 1 with a homer, 3 walks, 3 runs scored, and 2 runs batted in. Palma. And Boros is going to get himself a double. His second hit of... No, actually, Jensen is going to rob him. So 2 down now. For Dick Brown. Dick Brown's 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Does not get the home run here. But he will get a single. So 2-up base runner here in the 8th for the Tigers. Chico Fernandez 1 for 4 with an RBI. And that's going to be a pass ball on Nick. No, foul ball. is able to block it. No home run for Fernandez. But he will get a base hit off the lefty, so that lefty matchup comes back to haunt him. Terry Fox up now. We'll give him a base hit, a base at bat here, up by 11. 167, not bad for a pitcher. He had 12 at bats, so we'll give him one here. Ted Wills. I'm going to get rid of Wills here. Okay. Who do we bring in now? Doesn't really matter. Galen Cisco will bring in. Alright. 6-1. Oh my goodness, and he gets a hit off the pitcher's card, which is going to bring in a run. Probably would have been better off keeping Wills in there. So 15-3 now as the pitcher Fox gets himself a hit. Jake Wood up now, 2 for 5 with a run scored. Wow, he gets a base hit. The bleeding continues now. 16-3 now. Bill Bruton up now, 2 for 5 with 3 runs batted in. Red Sox pitching has been horrible today. Kaline, 1 for 4 with a walk and a run scored. My goodness, they just keep finding the holes here. 18-3 now, so Red Sox getting a taste of their own medicine as they know how some teams felt when they scored 18-20 runs against them. So much for their... Oh my goodness, look at this. Colavito now. Tiger's just going off. A double, wow. And a failed range check. Lead runner is thrown out, so at least the Red Sox get it. That'll stop the bleeding, but Detroit now with 20 runs here. And Detroit now will bring in some... Sorry, we cut ourselves off there. So Osborne and Maxwell came in and for Detroit. So let's see what positions they play. Osborne is a first baseman. Oh, he could also play... He's horrible first baseman, though. He could play third base. Maxwell, I think I said. So, first base and... First base and... We'll bring in first base and right field. Yeah, we'll do that. Or first base and left field. First base and right field. We'll bring in first base and either right field or left field. So first base and either right field or left field. So we'll take out Cash. And we'll bring in... Wait a second, I thought Oh, wait. Cash. And we'll bring in Osborne. And we'll take out... Colavito's 4-6. We'll take... Ooh, he's 5-4. Which one has lower at-bats? Kaline, 586. Colavito, 583. Really close for both of them. I don't know. Who's coming up now in the order? I don't know. Oh, it's going to be... It's the bottom third of the order. So I guess we could take out... Let's take out Colavito. We'll take out Rocky. And we'll bring in Charlie Maxwell. There we go. Alright. Detroit takes a... No. Alrighty. So Detroit with a couple of substitutions. Maxwell on left. And Osborne at first. He's horrible at first, but that's okay. So Terry Fox in there for Detroit for his second inning of work. Jackie Jensen to lead it off. And we'll bring in another guy for Detroit. Why not? We'll take out Kaline out. So he's the right fielder. So Morton or Alusk. We'll take out Morton. We'll bring in Morton. There we go. All right. Like more realistic. Take some of the bigger bats out there and give them some rest. I think we're good now. So one down now for Russ Nixon, getting his first at bat of the day. And that's going to be a base hit, as Colavito would have gotten to that one. But Maxwell does not. So Red Sox, Nixon gets a hit. Mike Malzone 0 for 2. And that's kind of, no error. Not much range for Osborne, but very short-handed. So you get the lead runner there. So Malzone reaches on a fielder's choice. Billy Harrell getting his first at-bat of the day. And Harrell's going to give himself a base hit. As Malzone moves to third, so runners at the corners with 2 down for Don Budden. And that's going to be it for Fox. Oops. I'll bring in Bill Fisher, why not? Fisher, 463 earned average, 4-2 record, 5 saves, 68 innings pitched, 80 hits allowed, 30 strikeouts and 21 walks. And he'll fly out to center to end the inning. So we head to the top of the 9th. With the Red Sox down by 17. Hardly anybody left in Fenway Park here. Most of them that are here have Detroit uniform apparel on. Cisco back out for his second inning of work. Boros to lead it off. He's 1 for 5 with 2 runs batted in. He flies out to center for out number 1. Dick Brown up now. He'll draw a walk. And he'll fly out to right. Hernandez will fly out to right. Bill Fisher up now. He'll hit for himself. He had 37 at-bats. We'll give him 1 here. All right, Red Sox come up in the bottom of the 9th here, down by 17. See if they can get through this and get to the next game. Well, no, I don't want Cisco batting. Hold on. We'll give him a fighting chance here. Let's pick a pinch hitter. Pumpsy Green. We'll bring in Pumpsy Green for pinch hit. All right, let's try that again. So Green comes in hitting .250 with 4 homers and 12 runs batted in. And he'll fly out to center for out number 1. Chuck Schilling 1 for 4 up now. Oh, and Schilling's going to have a chance at a home run. Slim chance, but chance nonetheless. 1 or 2 will be a home run. And Chuck Schilling is going to go deep for his first home run of the season. So they bring up Carroll Hardy 0 for 4. So Chuck Schilling gets a home run for the Red Sox. Carroll Hardy 0 for 4. Let's bring in a pinch hitter for Carroll Hardy. Let's give some batters a chance here. And Luke Clinton doesn't get much, so let's bring in Luke Clinton and let him get an at-bat here. Luke Clinton 0 for 3 on the season. And Luke Clinton's going to get a double, pinch hit double. So they'll bring up Yastrzemski 1 for 4 with a run scored. And Kaline Yastrzemski is going to get his second hit. So at least, if nothing else good comes from it, at least Yastrzemski's got a couple hits on the day. He was 2 for 5, I think, in the actual game. However, he'll get an RBI here, too, as Clinton comes in to score, but Yastrzemski will be thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. Jackie Jensen 0 for 4 up now. Red Sox down to their last out, mercifully. And that's going to be it, as the Detroit Tigers destroy the Boston Red Sox by a score of 20-5. Definitely their worst loss of the season. However, all is not lost, as their record is now 13-17, which is what it was at this point. So they, even though they lose by a lot here, they'll have a chance to possibly go ahead in the next game. And they are starting a series with the Chicago White Sox, and they did lose the next game. So if the Red Sox can gain a win, they can go right back up to a game ahead of their pace. Big inning, though, could have swayed the game either way, was that 12-run second inning, which they could have gotten out of with just 1 run. However, they were unable to get, I think it was Booten there, who had a bases clearing triple, and then Muffet walked a bunch of batters, and they just could not get that third out, as they scored 11 runs with 2 outs. So that would have made a big difference there, as that would have brought it a little bit closer, and who knows what would have happened after that. So the Tigers also did score 6 runs in the 8th. So Red Sox pitching just was not there today. So let's look at the game stats here. So Don Mossy gets the win. 6 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 3 runs, all of them earned, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts. Terry Fox pitches 1 2/3 innings, allowing just 2 hits. Bill Fisher, 1 1/3 innings, 3 hits allowed, 2 runs, all of them earned, including a home run. For the Red Sox, Billy Muffet just lasted 1 2/3 innings, allowing 6 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned, 4 walks, a home run. Tracy Stallard lasted just an inning, allowing 3 hits, 4 runs. Only 1 of them was earned, though. 1 walk and 1 strikeout, allowed 2 solo home runs. Well, 2 home runs, I don't know if they were solo, but 2 home runs. Dave Hillman, 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run. It was earned. 1 walk and 1 strikeout. Chet Nichols, 2/3 scoreless innings. Ted Wills, 1 2/3 innings, 3 hits allowed, 2 runs, both of them earned. Galen Cisco pitched 1 1/3 innings, 5 hits allowed, 4 runs, all of them earned, and 2 walks. So that is it. As the let's go to the box score really quickly. Jake Wood, this is a big one for Detroit. Every starter there, except every starter, had at least 1 hit. So Detroit banged out 18, 19, 20 runs on 19 hits. So 3 for 6 was Jake Wood with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Bill Bruton was 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 3 runs batted in. Al Kaline 2 for 5, 2 runs scored, 2 runs batted in, also a walk. Bill Bruton had a walk. Rocky Colavito had a good day, 2 for 5 with 2 runs scored and 2 RBIs, as did all of Detroit batters pretty much. He had a home run with a walk also. Norm Cash was 2 for 3 with 3 runs scored, 3 runs batted in, including a double and a homer, 3 walks also. Steve Burrows 1 for 6 with an RBI, run scored and 2 runs batted in. Dick Brown, the catcher, 3 for 5, 2 runs scored and an RBI. Chico Fernandez was 2 for 6 with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Don Mossy 1 for 3, the pitcher, 2 runs scored and 2 runs batted in, including a homer and a walk. And Terry Fox is a pinch hitter, was 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. Bill Fisher, the only Detroit batter without a hit, was 0 for 1. So player of the game, I think that's pretty easy to figure out. Well, not that easy, I guess. I guess we're gonna give it to Don Mossy. Pitching wise, he was decent, but he helped himself out at the plate with a couple RBIs and a couple runs scored. Yeah, we'll give it to Don Mossy. His stats were just as good as like an Al Kaline or a Norm Cash. Pretty close. Plus, he did get the win. So we're going to give it player of the game to Don Mossy. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. And we will see you in the next Kyle Yastrzemski career replay, game number 21, as they take on the Chicago White Sox in an attempt to go a game above their actual record. So take care. God bless, and definitely check out our other career series going on, Rob Gronkowski career replay, using inside blitz football. Bobby Orr career replay using inside the crease hockey, and oh man, I forgot the other one now. Larry Bird career replay using inside the paint basketball. So take care, and we also have one going featuring the career of Ichiro Suzuki using inside Action PC baseball. So take care, God bless, and also before we go, we're wrapping up our 1978 season replay using Stratomatic baseball. So lots of good stuff going on our channel. So if you have subscribed, thank you, and take care and God bless. Bye bye now.